Pop-ups are as easy as pie to make in Convertri. In this example, we'll be creating a pop-up which appears when the viewer scrolls down the page, but you can create pop-ups triggered by elapsed time and user behaviour too. Check the knowledge base to learn more. So, in the page builder, click on the Layers button in the top toolbar. Then click New Layer. Give the layer a name and click OK. Then check the Select checkbox to edit it. Drag a panel element from the Elements tray onto the canvas and resize it using the handles. You can also change its colour by selecting the panel and clicking Background in the Properties panel. Next, add any elements you want to include in your pop-up and make sure they're contained within the panel element. Next, add a Submit button to your container panel. And resize it using the handles. In the Properties panel, click on Button Settings. Change the button label to Close. And choose Trigger from the Mode drop-down. Next, click to add an action. Under Element Triggers, click the plus icon to add a new action. Click the Trigger drop-down and choose Click. In the Behaviour drop-down, choose Fade Out. And under the Subject drop-down, choose your pop-up layer. Next, in the Layers panel, toggle Start to Hidden to make sure your layer doesn't show on page load. So you've created the pop-up, now it's time to make it appear when the viewer scrolls down the page. In the Layers panel, click on the Select checkbox to deselect it and enable editing on your main page. Next, choose the part of your page you want your viewers to scroll to in order to trigger the pop-up. Select an element around here, around the point where you want the pop-up to appear. In its Properties panel, click General Properties and give this element a name. Next, click Actions in the top toolbar. Under Element Triggers, click the plus icon to add a new action. Click on the Trigger drop-down and choose Scroll Button into View. In the Behaviour drop-down, choose Fade In, and under the Subject drop-down, choose your pop-up layer. Click Save and Preview. Scroll down to the element you added the trigger to, and your pop-up should appear. Click on the Close button, and it will disappear.